My dad ate dinner with me every night, but I was never allowed to eat. Every night, my dad watched me sit at the dinner table with an empty plate. He'd look at me, look at everyone else eating, and ask the same question. Why aren't you eating? And every single time, my stepmom would smile and say, she already ate. And every single time, he believed her. That went on for 2 years. When my parents divorced, my mom begged me not to move in with my dad. She cried while holding my hands and said, please don't choose him. But I did. I thought he needed me. I thought I was choosing love. What I didn't know was that 2 weeks later, he'd marry a woman who could turn cruelty into something that looked normal. In front of him, she was perfect. Soft voice, sweet smile, constant little laughs. She acted like she cared about me. But the second he left the room, everything changed. Her face went cold, her voice dropped. And the way she looked at me made it clear I wasn't family. I was a problem. Dinner was where she started making that clear. Every night, we all sat at the table together. My dad talked about work. Her kids got full plates. Seconds, sometimes thirds. And me? I had a plate too, just nothing on it. The first time it happened, I thought it had to be a mistake. So I reached toward the food. She grabbed my wrist under the table so hard it made me jump and whispered, don't say a word. A few seconds later, my dad noticed my plate and asked, why aren't you eating? Before I could answer, she gave him that same sweet smile and said, oh, she ate before you got home. And that was it. No questions, no confusion, no looking closer. He just accepted it. That was the moment I realized something I was way too young to understand. You can be sitting right in front of someone and still be completely invisible to them. It didn't stop at dinner. At school, her kids had packed lunches. Sandwiches, chips, juice, dessert. Sometimes I had nothing. Sometimes all I got was a dry cracker folded into a napkin. I learned how to act like hunger didn't hurt. I learned how to smile while my stomach cramped. I learned how to tell people I wasn't that hungry, even when I felt dizzy. And I never told anyone. Because how do you explain that the adults in your house feed everyone except you, while pretending they're taking care of you? Then came pizza night. And somehow after everything, I still remember feeling excited. My dad came home carrying 3 big pizza boxes, and for one stupid second, I actually thought maybe this time would be different. Maybe this time I'd get to eat too. But my stepmom took the boxes straight to her bedroom and locked the door. I sat there waiting, trying not to stare, trying not to look desperate. A little while later, she came back out, and she put 2 plain slices of bread in front of me. That was it. Not pizza. Not even an excuse. Just bread. Then my dad smiled at me and asked, so did you like the pizza? I opened my mouth to answer, but she cut in first. She loved it, she said, laughing. She ate more than all of us. Her kids started laughing too. Yeah, one of them said. She wouldn't stop eating, and something in me broke. Not in a dramatic way. Not all at once. Just quietly. Like the last small piece of hope finally gave up. The next night, we sat down for dinner again. Same table. Same people. Same empty plate in front of me. I stared at it for a few seconds, picked it up, and dropped it on the floor. The crash was so loud that everybody froze. My dad jumped up and yelled, what is wrong with you? And for the first time in 2 years, I told the truth out loud. I haven't eaten dinner in this house in 2 years. My stepmom laughed. Actually laughed. Wow, she said. That is a disgusting lie. Her kids backed her up instantly. She's jealous. She always does this. She just wants attention. Then my dad looked at me, and for one second, I really thought this was it. I thought this was the moment he'd finally see what had been happening right in front of him. But instead, he said, enough, stop this nonsense. And that was when I understood the truth. It wasn't that he didn't see anything. It was that believing me would have ruined the life he wanted. So he chose the lie that protected him. That night, I went to my room, shut the door, and called my mom. She answered on the first ring. I didn't explain. I didn't have to. I just whispered, can you come get me? And she said, I'm already on my way. By 10:47 that night, I walked out of that house with nothing. No bag, no goodbye, no one trying to stop me. Just relief. Now I live with my mom. And every night she sits with me while I eat. Not because she has to, because she wants to make sure I never feel invisible again. But sometimes I still think about my dad sitting across from me at that table. And I still wonder what hurts more, that he never saw what was happening, or that he did, and decided I wasn't worth saving.